Ted Ginn on injured reserve. Saints missing speed at receiver as Mark Ingram gets the carry. He missed the first 4 games of the season with a suspension, as it'll bring up Marlon Humphrey out with a thigh injury. Jimmy Smith and Brandon Carr start on the corners. Quick snap on 3rd down. The Patriots backup defensive back a chance to return the punt of Thomas Morstead. It's a fake. The Saints on 1st down snap to the up back. It was actually Taysom Hill. We talked about him on the return game, and he moves the chains, and what a shock from Sean Payton on the first punt of the game, or attempted punt.
You've got Taysom Hill. You know you're going to be there right to number 7, and then it's kind of like a quarterback sneak at that point. You're just kind of getting in behind that wedge and pushing it, but what an aggressive call deep in your end on a fake punt.
I mean, inside your own 40-yard line to start the game.
That's tough. One of the best in the business at special teams.
Breeze to throw, and they set up the screen, and it's a tough catch for the Saints timeout. Taysom Hill splits out to the right of Drew Brees on 4th and 2. Mark Ingram fights and gets the first down. Some tough running to the 26 of Baltimore.
And this is the unique thing that Taysom Hill brings to this offense, because he's not just a quarterback that you bring in and swap out with Drew Brees. He'll play in the wide receiver position. He'll be in the running back position, in the slot, out wide. It's a whole set of plays coming from this offense involving him, and he's staying on the field right now down towards the red zone.
Taysom Hill in his 2nd year from Brigham Young, signed as a free agent. Here comes a 1st and 5. That's a fun down for a quarterback like Brees.
Hey, easy. Kill. 5-7. Man.
Kamara slips through the line and gets inside the 15-yard line. Taysom Hill. Brees top of your screen as a receiver. Hill has it, keeps it, runs down to the 6 or 7. He's shoved inside the 5-yard line. The running quarterback, who also takes kickoff returns, used much like Lamar Jackson, who was drafted by the Ravens in a different set of circumstances. But
you got to be aware of that. You know, I think this sounds silly, but the 7 and the 9 look a lot alike. I mean, you've got to notice that, because both ends on that play with contain crashed inside on the give, and it was easy for Taysom Hill to just pull that ball and get outside. You got to make sure that's a 7 in that backfield and not a 9. About 5 seconds.
Taysom Hill is the quarterback. He's got it. He pitches. Ball's in the air. It's a fumbled football, and the Ravens have it. Michael Pierce. After all that, the Saints get nothing. Baltimore takes over on the takeaway.
Yeah, let's go back and look at that 4th down play, and it's old option football. So there's Patrick Owasa. Now what Taysom Hill has to do, he's got to press that. If you don't press that, you allow the defender to play the quarterback and the pitch man. Yeah,
this is 1st down. Brees to throw over the head of Tre'Quan.
Saints.
On 1st down, Kamara straight ahead. He's got a 1st down, and he's brought down at the 10-yard line of Baltimore. Good ball fake inside by Drew Brees.
Again, it's just all the different things that they give you at the snap. You know, you have to have your eyes. Here comes Taysom Hill. You know, he's in there again. He's crashed to the inside. You've got a wide receiver coming back from depth. You've got, Alvin Kamara in the backfield, and you've got to do your job.
Taysom Hill comes back in. He's the one who fumbled the pitch the last time with Kamara. This time he hands off, and Kamara takes it straight to the 5-yard line.
We'll see if they just stay traditional down here, with Taysom Hill in there on this offensive set, staying in with Drew Brees. We talked about it before. That doesn't mean that they're just going to run him at quarterback. Sometimes he'll line up and break formation, and you're going to have to cover him. And you need to know he doesn't run like a quarterback. You've got to understand he's more like a running back. So when the ball is in his hand, this Ravens defense has to rally up.
Taysom Hill, who grew up idolizing, went to BYU. Steve Young, who texted him, and he didn't respond because he wasn't sure who it was. Now he knows all about. Steve Young texting. 2 goal. Breeze, 499 career touchdown passes, and that one sails. Justin Tucker, high snap. He has never second half started. And from his own 3-yard line, Moore across the 20 and knocked backward. Excellent special teams. The pitch to Mark Ingram, and he gets the first down. A clutch run to keep the chains moving for New Orleans.
That's a huge conversion coming off your 1-yard line. Watch Alvin Kamara, 41 flash right there. There he goes. You see the defensive movement right there, and here comes Mark Ingram the opposite way.
Check that. Silver 4-8. No, goal 4-8.
Mark Ingram. Kamara slashes his way through. He's inside the 10. It took 3 Ravens to eventually. Taysom Hill comes in once again at quarterback. Gives to Kamara, who gets the first down. And that's what you have to worry about, right? If you're the Ravens defense, he can hand it off, he can run it, or he can throw it. Breeze lining up as a receiver.
You think they have that one dialed in there? You throwing it out to Breeze?
Well, we've seen that with Nick Foles. First and goal. Breeze rolling and throwing.
And the big thing down there is being able to run the football. That Alvin Kamara, and that's why we do see Lamar Jackson for the Ravens in the red zone. Why we do see Taysom Hill in the red zone for the Saints, because it adds that other runner. Now you've got to defend a true 11-man offense.
That's Taysom Hill in motion. He can also catch the football. Alvin Kamara has to work his way down to the 2. Quick snap. Kamara in a crowd and into the end zone for a touchdown, Saints. The fact that they can do it against this defense as Kamara carries again is absolutely impressive. The Saints are 6 out of 12. Here comes Taysom Hill. Three's a receiver. Hill is in trouble. Lunges forward. It's going to be close with that yellow line, kind of a guideline for us. Maybe another measurement. Sean Payton says it's first down.
That's one of the things that all the Ravens players talked about when Taysom Hill comes into the lineup. Don't look at him as a quarterback. Yeah, he's listed as a quarterback, but he doesn't run like one. He's very physical. He's very strong.
That's 6'2", 225. They're saying it is 4th down. I don't know if we're going to get another challenge on a spot or not. 4th down tries today. Sean Payton and the Saints are 4 out of 5. And Hill is in the backfield behind Breeze with Kamara in motion. The pitch to Taysom Hill, who gets a block. And he's got another Saints first down. The second-year quarterback from BYU who returns kicks and does other things.
He's the Swiss Army knife of this offense. I mean, he can do just about anything. And again, we're seeing why the respect that the Raven defenders have for him and what they have to do to get him to the ground. He is physical. He does not run like a quarterback at all.
He's already 28 years old. He did the Mormon mission in Australia. I mentioned Brigham Young, where Steve Young played, and of course texted him to say, "You're doing just great." He didn't know who it was, so he didn't answer. And then eventually Steve Young left his name when he responded. Ingram carries and shoved backwards. Morstead instead boots it deep. Chris Moore from the 5, and he's tackled inside the 15. Taysom Hill on the special teams tackle.
Well, you saw how high they were able to get that ball up in the air in a short distance. So he's one of your fastest guys on your coverage team. So he's going to be there about when your returner catches the ball.
Yeah, penalties hurt the Ravens. Kamara, no, Hill. It's Taysom Hill faking to Kamara. And Taysom Hill gets a first down for the Saints.
I'm going to take you right into the decision-making area for Taysom Hill, reading that zone read. Matthew Judon squeezes down a little bit too much, and he's out on the edge.
In a game where Drew Brees gets his 500th and 501st touchdown pass, Taysom Hill is playing a key role for this New Orleans team, as you see what the Saints have been able to do against this top-ranked Ravens defense today. That's Taysom Hill in motion. Taysom Hill has run 6 times today for 35 yards in some key spots. But on 1st and 15, he's back at the quarterback spot. Drew Brees, top of your screen, is a receiver. Kamara gets the football, and he gets 10 yards just like that. Or at least much of that penalty yardage back, and the Ravens are going to use a timeout. You know, Taysom Hill, he's not your typical third quarterback. Fast. He's on kickoff returns, kick coverage teams. He had his first NFL touchdown in the last game against Washington on a 1-yard run. And Teddy Bridgewater is here as well as the backup to Drew Brees. But boy, Sean Payton loves him as part of the offense.
It was amazing. In one of the preseason games this year, he had a rushing touchdown, he had a passing touchdown, he had a tackle on special teams, he ran a fake punt for a first down. It's just unbelievable. And if you're going to do something, you're going to have a guy like that, the best place he could be is here with Sean Payton, who's going to maximize what he brings to that position.
Undrafted free agent. The Packers had him in camp. Saints sign him, and Sean Payton has put him to work. Alvin Kamara has rushed for some.
Just exciting to be a part of this one today.
Not over yet. 2 teams that lead their division. Chris Moore on the fly, knocked down short of the 20. A running